And today we are detailing this engine. It's more likely a maintenance cleanup for this lightly dusted engine. As you can see, there is dust, there is grime, there is road salt, and the pesky corrosion on some moving parts and some bolts. And I begin removing this hood insulation. It's also called bonnet insulation in some parts of the world. I start removing the plastic clips because I don't want this part to get wet because these are famous for disintegrating. And I went straight ahead to apply the degreaser and the film. I also became Picasso with this brush to agitate the grime. And it's always good to start on the top and then work your way down to the engine bay. Some troublesome areas like this gasket requires a toothbrush. It's always a good practice to use the least invasive way to rinse the engine bay to avoid any electrical problems caused by the introduction of water on electrical components. That's why it's safe to use just the garden hose, or in extreme cases on older cars I just use steam cleaning. I know it's gonna take longer, but these methods are not as invasive as a pressure washer. Nobody has the last word on what products to utilize to degrease the engine. I will say try any product that you like because there are many products on the market and they will drive you crazy. And we also may be dealing with many levels of engine contamination. Some engines require heavy degreasers. Other ones, just like this one, will require a maintenance cleanup. If you're afraid of electrical components getting damaged by water, you can cover them with a plastic bag. I'm talking about the alternator, the computer, and some extreme cases, the ignition coils. On moving parts just like this one, the manufacturer replaces a grease, but after a while they accumulate debris and sand. So I'm gonna remove this with a heavy degreaser. In my case, it's an oven degreaser. But be careful, use gloves because the product is caustic, and of course it will corrode some parts if they are left unprotected. I'm going to include the cowl and the windshield wipers as parts of the engine. The best practice is to use the least amount of water, including on the soap you use on the engine. I personally use foam carpet cleaner because it contains the least amount of water. Some engines may not require mechanical agitation from a detailing brush. Therapeutical, isn't it? After removing the OEM grease applied to these moving parts, I will protect all these components with white lithium grease. Since this is a vehicle that is not too old, I will use a blower to dry out the excess of water. In the detailing world, I never seen detailers removing rust from small moving parts and bolts. This is when a bench grinder with a wire wheel becomes handy. Waxing and coating will protect the paint job of the vehicle. That's why I use this product to protect the moving parts and the bare metal from corrosion. Nobody has the last word on plastic dressings, but when it comes to hydrated plastics on the engine, I tend to utilize a water-based dressing to avoid any contaminant to be sticking on the plastics after a while. Some products might be too sticky or too shiny. I personally don't trust the engines that look too shiny because they are trying to hide something. It's primordial to have attention to the detail, even if you are trying to sell a car. I became Picasso again with this paint marker to paint the lettering and the iconography of some plastic covers and some plastic components. Talking about pink elephants in the room, it's time to clean up this insulation. Avoid any water to get in contact with this, otherwise it will disintegrate. I personally clean it with wet wipes, and I also covered the stubborn stains with a paint can specialized in fabrics. This is the final result. No more stains and the part is intact. And this is the final result of a clean engine. You can eat on top of it. I hope you like this video. See you, ciao alligators.